Welcome back to the Connect Show, South Florida on Fox 29. Our Saturday is just getting warmed up, and we're so excited to have our next guest, Grace Brown, with us, also known as the Momentum Mindset Coach, with us, talking about getting unstuck and so much more. Welcome, Grace.
Hello.
We love your name,
How
the
are
Momentum Coach. Tell us what a
Yes.
Momentum Coach does, Grace.
Nice. A momentum coach gets you unstuck. Whether it's in your mindset, which is where it all begins, right? 95% unconscious mind that we have. In life, love, your relationships, careers, just getting you unstuck and creating that forward momentum to move on in your life, to get past all that junk, that crap.
Grace, I want to ask you because you are such an overcomer, sis, and you have had some life experiences that probably would have caused some other people to just quit and get stuck, to be quite honest with you. But you figured out a way out and
Yes.
you got through. So can you please just tell us about some of your experience and what pushed you and how you got through?
Yes.
How did you get
I,
unstuck?
Tell us, Grace.
Well, where should I begin? No, so a big part of the pivotal moment in my life is when I lost my only child. I lost my son to suicide a couple of years ago, actually going on 3 years this summer. And he was in the military at the time. And in life, especially as women, we have these different titles. I see mompreneur, I see CEO, there's aunt, niece, sister, cousin, whomever. But the title that ranks all of those is mom. And whether it's an adult child that's, away in a whole nother country, or a child, a 5-year-old running around the house right now, mom outranks all those titles. And so when you lose that, when that's taken away from you suddenly, you can lose your mind and you can get stuck.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So I don't even know where to begin, but I'm going to start. So in your bio, you mentioned meditation and motivational messages, among other things, were key tools to help you go from such a traumatic experience. So can you tell us specifically how you use these tools to pivot?
Layering. Had to layer. We're triune beings, body, soul, and spirit. And so you have to feed each one of those differently. If that's reading, if that's meditating, that's centering, creating that awareness. Another key tool for me was journaling. Believe it or not, it sounds so simple. It sounds, trendy, but you can't underestimate the power of journaling and actually writing these things out, getting your thoughts out of your head and onto paper. Some people, they may go back and read them. For me, I never went back and read it again. Actually, some pages I even ripped out, burned up, cut up, whatever, and just got rid of those. And that was my way of releasing it.
Grace, you're being so generous with us today with what you've experienced, what you're sharing with us, with your mindset, with your own strength. I'm in admiration of you truly in this moment. And one thing that I know that you speak about, talk about, work on your clients with is the mindset specifically, and going from maybe more of a fixed mindset to specifically a growth mindset. For anyone who's experiencing great loss, great difficulty, what doesn't seem possible in terms of surviving and having and being able to process feelings and move forward, how does the growth and fixed mindset play into this?
Really great question. And so, first of all, understanding the different mindsets, right? So, with a fixed mindset, that believes that, you're born this way. It's very black and white. You're born this way. It's a natural talent, natural gift that creates your success, or how you're going to go through life, right? And then it is the growth mindset that says, it takes on challenges. So there's always room for development. There's always room for growth. And the fixed mindset will actually avoid challenges that could reveal any vulnerabilities, whether they're aware of them or not, and they may or may not want others to become aware of them as well. And then, and also again, because they believe that it's their own natural talents that got them to any success that they have right now, anything outside of that, they shut that down, right? Whereas again, going back to the growth mindset, they welcome challenges. They're looking for those opportunities to grow, because they know in that growth is where the momentum is. And so when it comes to experiencing any type of loss or anything like this, again, realizing that although you've had this experience and you're wanting to get unstuck, looking for where you can grow. Okay. So using these beliefs that bubble up to your advantage, and say, so when it goes back to challenging those beliefs, right? Where can you grow? So, okay, maybe, you found evidence and realize, well, this here is, true about me, but how can I grow? What can I learn from that? What is the takeaway? How can I develop? And then that's how, in a tough situation, whether it is grief or anything else, it could be a layoff, it could be a divorce. That's where you can use, develop your growth mindset and come out of that by looking for opportunities for growth and for development, and not thinking that, well, it was, my fault, I did it wrong, or it's their fault, they did it wrong. Because if there are some areas of opportunity for us, then we can take those same problems, those same beliefs, that same mindset into a whole other situation and have the same problem.
Thank you so much, Grace, for your generosity. So where can people find you?
You can find me at www.momentumcoachingwithgrace.com. That is my website. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook, The Momentum Mindset Coach. You can WhatsApp me at 832-844-6940. I'm here. That you're going to start seeing more of me, so I won't be hard to find.
Grace has got you covered. Grace
is there for you. So let's do a mindset shift. So thank you so much, Grace. What a great way to start our show. And I really know that so many people in our audience are going to benefit from what you shared here today. So up next, we are checking in with Christy Primer. She is talking all about how to crush your goals, coming up next.